Nah,
I was just curious.
that was some of the other guys. I didn't really participate in those games.
What did you do during your extra time in Pullman?
During the extra time, I spent a lot of time reading my Bible, reading a couple scriptures. Trying to get more wisdom just on the Word of God. That's pretty much it.
Is any of that in like in regards to the team or just your own personal journey?
My own personal journey, own personal spiritual journey.
What is this week? I know it's kind of early in the week, Wednesday game, but what has it been like this week preparing for USC UCLA? Have you noticed anything different from the team during this week?
I noticed our energy been picked up. Our energy, we all uphill from here. Headed into the LA games, we know USC is very talented, and UCLA is talented as well. So we know energy is probably something that we may have lacked on the road, and we just trying to build that energy back up and keep sustaining it.
Obviously, through the course of a 31, 30 plus game season, there's going to be highs and lows. How do you keep that energy? And you talked about that at that level at the right point in time. How do you do that as a team since you've been a part of winning organizations?
There's no really black and white formula to how you do it. It's just got to be something that you make happen. There's no right answer to answer that question. You just gotta like if you feel that feeling in your heart and everything, you just got to make sure you may have had to congratulate a teammate. Had to pick up a teammate or something like that. Once you feel like the I'll say the dullness in the room. Just try to get that out there. By telling Big O next play mentality or something like that. Like that.
So there was you and USC were the pick to finish 1-2 in this league. They're really struggling. You guys are having a couple of losses in the league. I mean, do you feel like this is a game where both teams are going to be desperate out there, or
when it comes to conference play, everybody desperate. Every game is a top game. We go on the road. It's a top game for us. They come here. We know they're gonna bring their best, bring their A game. So it's not just because we was preseason 1 and 2. Honestly, that really doesn't matter. Who knows what the future holds and everything. So we just know that they're gonna bring their A game, and we gotta also bring our A game.
So after the game on Saturday, Tommy referred to you guys as an average team right now. What were your thoughts on hearing some of that? Do you agree with that?
I agree with the message that he was giving to us. He's like, as our potential is out the roof. We the best team in the country. But we don't need to get big headed. We need to play like we're still trying to prove something. As an average team, you don't want to hear that, so you want to prove that. So that's just coach telling us like we got to get better, and we have played average throughout some of the season. Just making mistakes and stuff like that. So when he say that, he means like there's just a lot of room for growth. So that's all he means, and I 100% agree with that.
And from you on an individual standpoint, you had scored in double digits, I think maybe the first 12 or so games, 10 games. And lately, other than the 20 against Utah, it's been a little lower. Is there anything different about the way you've been playing or the way you've been defended?
No, it's nothing different. It's just basketball. You can't really go out there and predict the numbers you're gonna have. I don't go home and get down on myself because I didn't score double digits. I'm not even used to scoring double digits in my college career. I'm just used to making winning plays. Even against Washington State, I believe I had 5 offensive rebounds. But that don't really show, as in like okay, he did a lot during the game, but 5 offensive rebounds that probably gave us a chance to even stay in that game. So just me, I just want to make winning plays. I don't really care about how much I score and things like that. As long as I can impact the game, like even getting a deflection, they don't count deflections on no stat out there. So but that's something that could really change the game, and that's just what I want to do.
There were a ton of offensive rebounds for the team, but also a lot of missed shots close to the basket. Is that just kind of the randomness of college basketball, or is there something about like the importance of finishing when you're close?
Like you said, you pretty much just answered the question. The more missed shots is the more opportunities you get to offensive rebound. A lot of times if you win a rebounding battle, you will win the game. It's just like the cookies didn't crumble that way. We just still missed a lot of shots and things like that. But like I said, it still gave us a chance to stay in the game. We only lost by a few points, and without those offensive rebounds, it could have been a blowout. So you just got to think of the positive part about that. So we just got to stick with the rebounding, and then like you can't count on our best players missing shots like that. Like that's just not us, you know. But like I said, basketball, you don't pitch shutouts, you know. So we're gonna make those shots. We're gonna make a lot of those shots, you know. And then if we could get offensive rebounds, that creates second chance points, you know. Whoever win a second chance battle, about 8 times out of 10 will probably win the game.
One of the key players on your guys' roster is Kylan Bosch, always been big throughout the season for you guys. Obviously didn't have the game we wanted, putting up 0 points, but what do you say to a guy who's so young and still learning as a player to help him progress from that point on?
It's not really what I say. He pretty much already know. Like, you know, we already know he's a mature kid. He's not just a immature kid that don't really know what's going on. Like basketball is so unpredictable, and he's talented than any other 18-year-old that I probably ever met. You know, so he knows that he got a lot of weight on his shoulders at a young age and things like that. But I would say the thing that I would probably just say to him, and that coaches also say to him, is just try to keep having fun. You know, don't worry about what numbers say, what the outside say. Just keep having fun. You know, that's my advice to him.
And you know, you talk about the outside. And I know Coach Fish talks about rat poison. He mentions that a lot. But how do you avoid the outside noise? How do you avoid social media and stuff like that when you're going through a season?
That's a great question. My answer to that would be don't look at it. Stay away from social media, stay away from all that. You know, in the day and age that we live in, it's everywhere. You know, you can't really hide from it. So I would just say push it away, push all social media away. You know, I would advise any college athlete to do that because everybody, it's critics everywhere, whether they know what they're talking about or they don't know what they're talking about. But it's freedom of speech, so they can say anything they want. So I would just say just avoid social media.
What was the week like? You got back Sunday night. Did it feel normal coming in? Just having two days to turn around and get ready for this game?
It's work. We got to get back to work. It's hard to go undefeated in the season. Of course we don't want the losses, but we still in competition for getting that trophy in the tournament and getting the trophy at the early April. So we can't just dwell on the past at this point. We just got to keep working. Come back in another day of work and having fun and getting our togetherness right.
I was just wondering if staying there an extra day versus being here made any difference, or maybe in a sense was it at least a chance to hang out together? Or
of course, it was a chance to hang out together, but it's really just all about controlling what you can control, and what you can't control, don't really worry about it. We couldn't really worry about the plane not working or stuff like that. So we just didn't really make complaints. As soon as we got back home, we knew we had to get back in the weight room in the morning, get back to practice, and that's what we did.
Just wondering about defense, and do you feel like overall you had it on Saturday, maybe more so than say Stanford, or do you feel like more effort might have helped as far as get through screens or whatever?
Personally, I feel like our effort against Washington State was there. You can't really get offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds without effort. Our effort was there. Of course, there's always room to grow with effort, but we missed a lot of shots. We made a lot of mistakes on the defensive end as well. But that just happened over the course of the game. Things happen. Compared to the Stanford game, that was just a game that we wasn't really ourselves. We learned from that as well. So any loss, any win, you can just learn from it. So we're just gonna learn from those.
So like that one shot toward the end when the Miles Rice hit that kind of mid-range shot that really kind of sealed it for them. Was that a mistake, do you think, or was that just where you're maybe going to give up, or those mid-range shots because of what else you're doing?
I wouldn't say it was a mistake. It was just a good shot by him. Good players make good plays.
When you look at USC, UCLA, being a California kid, what's your excitement level of playing programs like that? I know it's been a long time since you were recruited, but is there any extra? I don't want to say pep in your step, but just playing those types of programs in an area that you grew up in.
The Pac-12 in general, the Pac-12 in general. We know UCLA, Blue Blood, USC got a great name. Both of them schools produced a lot of people, a lot of NBA prospects, other pro prospects. So we know just the household name that they have. It's not like it's been a dream come true to play those teams. I played those teams in my past in my career in college. So it's not really. I wouldn't say it's another game. You know, we know we got to bring our A game, but it's just an opportunity that we got to take advantage of. You know, we know those teams are good, and then it's gonna be like an iron sharpen iron game. You know, that's all I can say about that.
Thanks, Keshad.
Thank y'all.